The atmosphere inside the America's Got Talent theater is calm but charged with quiet anticipation as Marcelito Pomoy walks onto the stage. He doesn't arrive with flashy moves or dramatic gestures. Instead, there is a humble confidence in his posture, a calm smile on his face that instantly sets him apart. The audience watches carefully, unsure of what to expect. Many have seen talented singers before, but nothing about this moment suggests the extraordinary shock that is about to unfold. The judges sit comfortably behind their desk, flipping pens and exchanging casual looks. Simon Cowell, known for his sharp eye and even sharper criticism, leans back in his chair with a neutral expression. He has heard thousands of voices in his career and believes very little can truly surprise him anymore. Marcelito introduces himself softly, his accent revealing his roots, and his personal story adds emotional weight to the moment. The crowd listens politely, offering warm applause, but the energy remains restrained. As the music begins, the lights soften and focus tightly on Marcelito. The first note leaves his lips in a deep, controlled male voice, rich, powerful, and emotionally grounded. The sound immediately fills the theater, commanding attention. The audience grows silent, sensing something special in his vocal tone. His control is remarkable, every note steady and precise, carrying a deep emotional resonance that touches the heart. The camera cuts to the judges. Simon Cowell's body language changes. He leans forward slightly, eyebrows raised, listening more closely now. This is no ordinary singer. Marcelito's voice carries maturity, strength, and a rare clarity that cuts through the vast space of the auditorium. Each lyric feels intentional, as if he is telling a story rather than just singing a song. The audience begins nodding along, drawn into the emotional depth of his performance. The stage lighting grows warmer, matching the emotional intensity building in the room. Marcelito's expression remains focused and calm, as if he is fully connected to the music. His breathing is controlled, his delivery flawless. At this point, the performance feels like a strong, professional audition, already good enough to impress most talent shows. Applause starts to rise in pockets of the audience, but everyone senses that something more is coming. Simon's face now shows genuine curiosity. He is no longer judging, he is listening. The calm before the miracle has fully settled over the theater. No one knows it yet, but this is the final quiet moment before history is made, before a single voice will transform into something the world has never heard on the AGT stage. Just as the audience settles into admiration for Marcelito Pomoy's powerful male voice, the performance takes a sudden and unimaginable turn. The music subtly shifts, and in a fraction of a second, Marcelito prepares to do something no one in the theater is ready for. His posture remains steady, his face calm, but what follows feels almost impossible. Without warning, Marcelito transitions into a pure, flawless female soprano voice. The sound is light, angelic, and incredibly smooth, soaring effortlessly above the music. For a brief moment, time seems to stop. The audience freezes in disbelief, unsure if what they are hearing is real. Gasps ripple across the theater like a wave, followed by stunned silence. This is not just a voice change, it is a complete transformation. The camera immediately cuts to the judges' panel. Heidi Klum's eyes widen in shock, Sofia Vergara's jaw drops, and Howie Mandel leans forward with both hands on the desk. But it is Simon Cowell's reaction that defines the moment. Known for his tough exterior and unshakable confidence, Simon is completely frozen. His mouth opens slightly, his eyes locked on Marcelito, unable to process what he's witnessing. For perhaps the first time, Simon Cowell has no words. Marcelito's female voice flows effortlessly, with perfect pitch, emotional depth, and stunning control. There is no strain, no hesitation, just pure vocal mastery. The audience begins to react instinctively, clapping mid-performance, some standing up in disbelief. Phones are raised, knowing instantly that this moment will be remembered, shared, and replayed across the world. The lighting intensifies, highlighting the drama of the transformation. Marcelito seamlessly switches back and forth between male and female voices, creating a breathtaking duet with himself. Each transition is clean and precise, leaving the crowd in complete awe. The emotional impact multiplies as the audience realizes this is not a trick or illusion, this is raw, natural talent refined to perfection. Simon Cowell slowly shakes his head, smiling in disbelief. He has judged countless singers, but nothing in his experience compares to this. His expression reflects a rare mix of shock, admiration, and respect. The theater erupts into louder applause, cheers breaking out between notes, as if the audience cannot contain their excitement. This moment marks the true turning point of the performance. Marcelito Pomoy is no longer just a contestant, he has become a phenomenon. Scene 2 is where disbelief turns into wonder, where talent becomes history, and where a single voice proves that the impossible can be real. As Marcelito Pomoy delivers the final notes of his extraordinary performance, the theater holds its breath. The last note lingers in the air, perfectly controlled, emotionally charged, and flawlessly executed. For a split second, there is complete silence, an almost sacred pause where the audience and judges process what they have just witnessed. Then, like an explosion, the entire theater erupts. The crowd rises to its feet in a thunderous standing ovation. Cheers, whistles, and applause fill every corner of the auditorium. People are visibly emotional, some smiling in disbelief, others wiping away tears. This is not just applause for a performance, it is a reaction to history being made. Marcelito stands center stage, humbled and overwhelmed, his hands pressed together in gratitude as he bows slightly to the audience. The camera cuts to the judges' table. Heidi Klum is clapping enthusiastically, her face glowing with excitement. Sofia Vergara stands, laughing in amazement, clearly still stunned. Howie Mandel nods repeatedly, pointing toward Marcelito as if to say, "This is unreal." Then there is Simon Cowell. Slowly, deliberately, Simon stands up. He doesn't rush, he doesn't exaggerate, he simply stands, silent, respectful, and deeply impressed. In that quiet gesture, Simon says more than words ever could. When Simon finally speaks, his tone is different. There is no sarcasm, no critique, no hesitation. His voice carries genuine admiration. He acknowledges that in all his years of judging talent, he has never experienced anything quite like this. He calls Marcelito a once-in-a-generation talent, someone who doesn't just sing songs but creates moments that people will remember forever. The audience responds with even louder applause, fully agreeing. Marcelito listens with visible emotion. His eyes shine as he struggles to hold back tears. This moment represents more than success on a stage, it is the reward for years of struggle, discipline, and belief. Coming from humble beginnings, standing now under the brightest lights, he has proven that talent knows no boundaries. The judges continue to praise him, but the decision is already clear. Marcelito has won something far greater than votes or rankings, he has won hearts across the world. Social media buzz begins instantly, with clips already being shared, comments flooding in, and fans calling it one of the greatest performances in AGT history. As the scene closes, Marcelito raises a hand to the crowd one final time. The applause continues, echoing long after the lights dim. Scene 3 is not just an ending, it is a legacy. A moment when a single voice, defying all expectations, left even Simon Cowell speechless and carved its place in global talent show history.